I'm like noticing with all these really successful women that teach how to really heal yourself, and I've just attracted a lot of abundance in their life. They have most likely had a father that has been such a negative impact in their life. That's just something I've seen that's in common with these spiritually in tune women, and that could have impacted their family in some way or just themselves, and that's what's caused them to do so much inner work and heal it on their own. Then there's like a really nice shift where they can realize their worth and start attracting more successful things into their life. Even the women that I watch on YouTube, they've all experienced some sort of pain with a father figure that has just done so much damage to the family, and then you're here. You have to build yourself up. You now know that there are men like this, so you have to raise your standards. You can't be a vulnerable person like your mum may have been. You have to protect your energy. Just when you've had a father that's been a narcissist and just, not a good guy at all, you learn a lot, and it can negatively impact your life, but there's also the possibility of it making you more successful because you've just healed yourself. I don't know, it was just on my mind because it's just something I've seen in common with all these powerful women that I follow, and I can relate to them. Luckily for me, my father left my mum when I was just a few months old, so I didn't really get targeted with the abuse and everything. I never really had a connection with my father, but I had my uncle who kind of stepped in as the father figure in my life. But I can just see the amount of trauma that my dad caused to my family. It taught me so much about how I need to be as a woman, how I need to just set boundaries, learn about these different personalities. That's what's also helped me, when looking for a healthy masculine man and being still in your feminine energy, because that's what's powerful. A lot of people think being in your feminine energy is like weak and everything. If you actually learn the real way about feminine energy, that's what's going to prevent you from attracting these like narcissists, manipulators, everything, because you're in your feminine energy and you're so connected to your intuition. You can tell if that person is bad for you, whereas if you're in your wounded feminine energy, you don't actually know how to navigate and read people, I feel, and that's what attracts these toxic men into your life. I think it's super important to learn about how to be in your feminine energy, because that's going to attract a healthy masculine man. And especially if you've had a father figure that's just abandoned you or has been such a negative impact in your life, has caused so much trauma. I feel like there's two ways for a daughter. I feel like there's two ways. You either end up not healing from it, and then you attract a partner who is similar to your father because you seek comfort in that relationship, even though they're toxic and manipulative, whatever. It's just comforting to you because you were used to that in your childhood, and that is not okay. That's why it's so important to heal your inner child. But then there's also the other daughter who has really healed herself, has maybe you've gone to therapy or you've just done it yourself, and you level up, you like raise your standards. And I hope that all women can be that second girl, not the first girl that hasn't healed. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know, it was on my mind, and hopefully someone can relate to this.